Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to replace your Craftsman's Weed-Wacker or string trimmer line. Now, if you're someone like me, every single year I take out my lawnmower, my string trimmer in spring, and for some reason I always forget how to use my equipment. So if that sounds like you, this video is definitely for you. It's going to be a very quick recap video on how to use how to reload your line on your Craftsman's string trimmer. So let's pretty much just get right into it. Now obviously you can always remove the whole head, but that's not the proper way or the way that Craftsman recommends. And so essentially what you're gonna want to do is cut your line, 2 pieces of line. I already pre-cut mine. And so what you're gonna want to get is 2 7-foot pieces of line. This is one. This is the second one I cut. I like to add like half a foot. So this is about 7.5 feet, just to make sure I can really fill it up. And pretty much all you're gonna do once you get your 2 pieces of line, you're gonna want to grab this red kind of button here. So that you guys know, this particular model, Craftsman's model, is the WC2200. There's many different models that Craftsman makes, but so this mechanism that Craftsman use is called the winding pump head. And so if you have this winding pump head, then it'll probably be very similar to this one. Essentially all you're gonna want to do is line up your arrows. So here I have an arrow on the black piece, and then on the right piece you're gonna have arrows as well with a line. Depending on the model you have, you might not have these arrows, but you're still gonna have some sort of guiding line, and all you want to do is make sure they align. So I already had it aligned, but there you go. And once it aligns, it'll click and kind of push out. That just lets you know that it's ready for you to insert your line. So as you can see, it's completely lined up, front and back, the whole thing. And now you can load up your line. So what you're gonna want to do now, grab one of the lines, insert it straight in, as straight as you can. Then you're gonna feel some pressure. After you feel that pressure, you want to push even more, and it's supposed to slide in. Now I like to slide it in and pressurize it for about a whole inch. I like to add a whole inch. And what that's gonna allow you to do, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but once you get to the last 12 inches of line, for some reason you just have to throw it away. It just gets loose and you just can't use it. The reason for that is because you only secure the line in the beginning, a very small piece. So once you get to the last 12 inches, that small piece that is being held by this mechanism in here is a very minimal contact. So let me show you here. Imagine if you only had this part grabbing it secured. Obviously if you only had 12 inches left, it would probably just slip off. But if you squeeze it more and have this all secured, all this piece is what's being secured, then your last 12 inches will definitely be able to work a lot easier. So I like to really push as much as I can in there to secure it. Now that you did one side, you're gonna want to do the other side. So here's my other line right here, and do the same thing. Now like I said, I added like these lines are 7.5 feet, maybe 8 feet long, so it might be a little too long, but I'd rather have a little more than less. I'd rather come up and have to cut a piece than to have not filled up the whole weed eater. And do the same thing. There we go. And as you can see, I'm pushing a lot more. A whole inch is what I'm pushing in there. As you can see, I'm really pushing a good amount of material so that it can actually secure it once I get to the last bit of line. That's just a little trick that I was able to find just with a lot of use. Now that it's in there, all you really need to do is just twist. We have both lines, both sides, and then you just twist. Now In regards to what side you twist, it's pretty much going to be straightforward. One side will get stuck and you're going to have to press to twist. The other one you just keep going. So just make sure, see, so that wasn't the side that clicked, so it was the wrong side. So all I'm going to do is kind of come back and start turning the proper way. Actually, it was the right side. So as you can see, it's supposed to just click without having to do any extra work, and you're just reeling it up. See, if I would have done the opposite way, it clicks and then it locks, and then I have to press to keep going. So obviously that's not the right way. You want consistent turn, just like that. Alright, so I definitely got to the last bit because I can't turn anymore, and so it's completely full. And this is what I like to have. I like to have material left over. This is about probably 12 inches of leftover material, so I definitely cut 8 feet of line, because this is about 12 inches either side. But this is perfect. I know that we have this packed with line. Here is the next material that I'm going to use for my next trimming job, and it's perfectly lined up, perfect amount, and we're pretty much done. Go ahead, start working, and enjoy. If you found this video helpful, make sure you like and comment, and consider subscribing for more videos.